It's a game for the uninhibited. And our stars this week from Capital, Catherine Hickland and Tom Villar. Watch their bodies do the talking on Body Language.
Appreciate it, and you are in luck because you're going to find out what Julie McCandless really is like. Here's Julie McCandless from Capital, Catherine Hickland. Hello, Catherine. What is Julie McCandless really like? I mean, really.
Really?
Really?
Well, she's probably, you know, she's this demure, shy, wonderful, straight, conservative woman, but you'll find out.
Yes?
She's loony, out of her mind. It'll come out, you know, towards the end of the contract, and then...
I see.
Yeah.
When is that contract going to end?
Probably in about another year and a half, and then I'll say,
I see.
yeah, let's have some fun here.
We're happy to have you on our show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Good. We'll show you how it's done, won't we, Catherine?
Yes.
Come on up here. Bob, get over there. We go over here.
Oh, I'm over here? Okay.
Bob goes over there.
All right.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to give you 5 of 7 words that will appear in a puzzle a little bit later on. And the more words you get, Bob, the easier it will be for you to solve the puzzle. So, you all set now, Catherine?
I'm all set.
Good.
Okay.
60 seconds on the clock. Here's your first word. Go.
Cutting your hair. You're a hairdresser, or you're a hairstylist, a barber.
Yes. Next.
Pass.
Pass on that one.
Oh.
A male, man,
Oh, sorry.
a woman. Putting on your socks, shoes, pants. Putting on clothes, you're dressing. Tights.
Pass.
Pass.
You're buttoning up, you're dressing. You're buttoning up a vest.
You got it. Next.
The sun, something up in the sky. A large tree asleep. The moon.
Pass.
Pass.
You're dancing. Bullfighter. Toreador, tarantella. Dancing. What kind of dancing? Ethnic dancing? It's
Woo! Pass.
woman. Pantyhose. Stockings. Lingerie. Tights. Tights. Something real tight.
Time is up. All right, good try. Come on over here. Good try. You got 2 of them. That's good for them. All right, Bob, you got 2 words. This is a $100 puzzle. Here's your puzzle. Now, here are your 2 words. And there's the other. Now, if you're blank blank while you blank, you might blank this blank. And it's also the 2 guys named Buttons and Barber. What do you think?
Red.
Is it red? See there, Catherine? Very good there, Bob. Go.
You're just waking up. You're asleep. You're morning.
They're going to pay for a week. Continue.
You're cricking your neck. Oh, whiplash. Breaking. You broke your neck. You're breaking your neck. Break. Broken. You snapped. You snapped your neck. You cut your head off. You're breaking. Pass.
Pass.
That's right. You're pleading with me, praying, pleading, begging. You're for mercy. You're begging.
Yes, mercy is it. Next.
You're taking a vitamin, sleeping pill.
Yes, got it. Next.
Building. It's a building, and you're going in. You're checking sound. You're a doctor. It's a hospital.
Yeah. Next.
You're snapping your neck. You're hanging yourself. You've broken your neck. It's. Oh no! You broke it in half. Broken in 2. Broken your neck.
No.
No talking.
That's right. No talking.
Okay, you are. Oh, break your neck.
Got it. Yes. Thank you for admonishing him. No talking when
No
you're
talking, Bob.
It must be as you see it there. But you got 4 out of 5.
Oh, I did?
Can I crawl in here next to you?
Come on in here.
Okay, all right. Now, it's a $250 puzzle, and you got 4 of them. Let's take a look at the 4 words. There's 1, 2, 3, and this. All right, now, if a blank puts you in the hospital, this blank of mercy will blank you awake to give you a sleeping pill. What is it?
It's a nurse.
Is it a nurse for $250? And you got it. Now, Catherine Hickland, Bob Coco, let's do it. Catherine down here, Bob over there. Good luck.
Thank you.
This really gets exciting. Now, let me tell you about the first feature. Once again, we'll give you 60 seconds, but this time we give you 10 words. And, Bob, every word you get is worth $100. Then later you can change the hundreds into thousands. All set?
Yes.
Good. 60 seconds on the clock. Here's your first word. And go.
Water. You're swimming in the water. Fish, a whale. Shark. Shark mouth. Jaws.
Yes. 100.
Sewing. You're sewing something with needle and thread. Sewing a button. Seaming. Hemming. Repairing.
Pass.
Lighting a candle.
$200.
A man, a sheriff, cowboy, a prisoner, handcuffed behind your back, your hands. You're shackled. You're a prisoner. You're going to jail. You're
Pass.
Pass.
under arrest.
Wait.
Woman. Your woman putting on a girdle.
Yes. 300.
Smoking cigarette, dropping the ashes on the ashtray. Yes.
400.
The audience applause. Happy star, big celebrity, woman celebrity, women, females.
Yeah, right. Whole bunch of them. That's what it was. But you got 4 of them for $400. Now, the 400 can become $4,000 if you get the next 3 words in 20 seconds.
Okay.
Even if you don't get them, you'll still have $400.
All
so
right.
let's do it. 20 seconds on the clock. And here's your first of 3 words. Catherine, and go.
Beard.
Yes. 1 down, 2 to go.
Rain, umbrella.
2 down, 1 to go for $4,000.
A woman throwing a cheerleader, cheerleader in front of a band. Baton.
Yeah! Way to go!
Are we on? I thought we went to jail for a minute. Yay! We're still here. Woohoo! We are still here. Well, thank you, Ryan, for finding that. I had never seen it before. I remember doing the show, and this was 1980. Oh. This was 1980, I want to say maybe 81 or 82, something like that. But I remember it was really fun. I used to be like the queen of the game shows, and I would take it so to the point where I absolutely needed to win that. I was competing with nobody but myself, and so I always tell people, compete only with yourself and you will win, no matter what it is you're going after. So thank you for, I thought we got kicked off, Dora. I thought we literally got kicked off there. So I had a blast. I used to love doing those, and $25,000 pyramid was my favorite. And because my thought reading skills, could you see how much better I was at reading him than giving the clues? No, that's your grade at both. Did you really? Because when I did $25,000 pyramid, that would be one heck of a period. When I did $25,000 pyramid, I literally did just like read the girl's thoughts and had so many seconds left over at the end. But even there, I could see this is 36, 37, 38 years ago. Think about that, maybe. And so, I had a lot of energy back then. Still do. I do? Well, you know what I did today, right? This morning when I woke up, I interviewed 2 authors. One the other day, Paul LaGreca for The Boy Behind the China Cabinet. And then today I interviewed Rex Sykes, who has a fantastic book, and I'll talk about it on my solo show because it was a great interview. So I was hurrying to get ready, and I wasn't wearing my glasses, and I grabbed my eye drops, which I did and I threw my head back, threw the drops in. Ah! it was literally the drops you put in the chicken's water so that they. I learned that you don't just go putting things in your eye.
How about in your mouth? Do you put things in your mouth?
No, I don't ever. No.
There's only one thing.
Oh, wait a minute. I did do that once. Yes, I did with medication.
Yeah, but I think, the lesson is, and Buck does the same thing. He doesn't carry his glasses around. So you have to have your glasses when you have visual impaired eyesight. The other thing is, like the only thing I'll go ahead with is, say, shampoo. I cannot read if the shampoo is the shampoo or the conditioner. If the bottle's in
Yeah.
So 50-50 chance I go with it. And then if I get the wrong thing, I just go ahead and wash out the conditioner. Does that work?
Yes, I find if I squint at the bottles
It doesn't help.
that.
Check my mic.
All right. Now, while you're checking your mic, I'm just going to put mine away because it's literally in my mouth. So there we go. Yeah, it's out there pretty far. So what I want to do is look at everybody with my brand new glasses.
One. Yeah, I'm
They're
here.
supposed to look invisible.
Am I
do
there or
they?
not?
Do they look invisible? Let's
They look really good. 1, 2, 3.
see. Whoops, let me turn this down. I am very excited. I am very, very excited because we have, it's been a wacky week because we had a holiday on Monday. So it feels like we're a little off, but we're back on track. Tonight it's us, and we're going to have a fun show. Give away stuff, and let's see who's in the room. Julianne Golden, Phyllis Marianos, Cassandra Carroll. I just bought the book, The Boy Behind the China Cabinet. I can't wait to read it. Cassandra, wait till you see his interview. We'll play it on Saturday night. It's wonderful, and I love this book so much. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. I read it all the way through sitting.
Do you know that I was the boy behind the rack of clothes?
You were the boy
behind the rack of
clothes?
costumes.
Did you hide behind your mother's costume?
I used to go in her closet. She had this enormous closet, just the big. When I was a little boy, it seemed even bigger than it probably really was. But there were double racks, super high, and I could go back in there, and it was like a secret world behind all the clothes. So I did spend some time back there. It was a safe spot.
You know, it's funny. I used to hide behind clothes when I was a kid in the closet, and I would wait to see if my brother could find me or anybody could find me. And I think a lot of kids dream about a secret space. I don't know if that's true, but when I was a kid, I used to think about a secret space, a safe space, a secret room. I've always wanted that.
John, did I leave my glasses back there?
Oh, that's all right. Well, there's some glasses here.
Nope.
But, okay, so
Are those them?
the joys of
No, these are
being
yours.
over 40 is that you lose the ability to have bionic.
Oh, here they are. They
with
fell down.
music.
They
But I
fell
think
down.
all kids think about a secret room or a place to be safe or where nobody can find them. I was obsessed with that when I was a kid. So when I now have friends that have secret rooms in their house that are behind,
I think just having a
or
secure,
a bookcase that
but
does
a secure.
this.
You don't have to have secret necessarily. I mean, just having a very secure room is a good thing. It doesn't take that much to have a beefed up door and window systems. We have it in our house.
I know, but it's even more amazing to think about somewhere where if you go in there, nobody can find you. If you hear someone coming in your house, you're like, no problem. Push a button, the bookcase opens, you get in, the bookcase closes like at the Magic Castle. And,
Well, instead of secret rooms, we have theaters that broadcast out to the world.
Yes.
So
yes.
we have the reverse.
That's true. Philip Bambarger is here. Hello, Philip, and Diane Vogt, and Wendy Bartlett, Tam Anastasia. We got our hey, Samantha Popson, good to see you. Heather Tanchuk, who makes me laugh so hard. Kathy Gant, Cheryl Murray, Joshua Dixon. Yeah, I am lucky I didn't blind my eyes, but let me tell you, from the noise I made, you would have thought I did. I'm very lucky. Peggy Delgadillo, you love my new glasses. Thank you. I finally got my eyes checked because of COVID. I didn't go, and really, I can see. And
It's alive!
It's alive! I can see my eyes. But
My eyes!
do they look invisible?
They do.
Do they?
Look at the camera
Okay, but see, I
and
can't.
go to her camera.
Wait, I'll look at the camera and then look at my
I
phone.
mean, they're not invisible, but
No, but
they're really good.
But I can see. I can see Dora. I can see John. Hey, wave to everybody. Say, there's Dora. Johnny's back. We're so happy about that. You don't have to do everything anymore.
No.
It's so great. Brenda and Chris McFamily, it was so good to see what you guys look like when we watched Jerry McCambridge's show and I saw everybody. Tim Liano, hello there. I remember meeting you in Fresno and taking pictures with you.
You see the picture I put up?
Aw, I love that picture. I do. I love
The
that
mama.
picture. The mama. And I remember that night because that was the party the night before the first big auction.
Yes.
In 2011, this was, I think. And I'll never forget this because there were the people that were at that party. That's where I met Phyllis Diller and all my childhood heroes, watching in the films.
Wasn't even one of our space guys there? Wasn't not Neil Armstrong, but Buzz Aldrin or something?
Buzz Aldrin was there. It was a great night, and I remember standing out in front of there and having this picture taken when the paparazzi took this picture, and I think I was beaming. I was so happy because she didn't know what a great night it was, but I did. So I was very excited because she was, and look how happy she looks there, and inside she was dying. Does that just go to show you what a good
There's
actress
no business like show business.
That's
There's
true.
no business.
Okay,
I
my
know.
mic just needs a little bit more adjusting, and I'm good to go. All right, so yes, a lot of people are talking about praying for Frank. Frank had his surgery today at 1 o'clock. We spoke to him. We spoke to Frankie last night after our work day. We Zoomed with Frank, and he was, a little nervous, but he was happy that he was at least home because his surgery wasn't until 1 today. So we don't think that he will be here tonight because I would say he's probably pretty out of it.
But he was really thankful
Yes.
that all of us,
Yes, all of us.
were
yes.
going with him. I let him know that his extended family was coming with him in
Yes.
spirit.
And everyone has been so magnificent about letting him know that they are thinking of him, praying for him, with
Isn't
him.
it nice to have a place? You talk about safe places. This is a safe place.
Yeah, I think so.
Unlike when you turn on the television towards the news channels, it's distressing.
I haven't done that in a few days.
No, but
so-
it is assaulting of
Yeah,
your
that's
senses.
why I haven't
It's
done
far
it.
from safe. Is the point, because you never know what you're going to hear, and then even like if you noticed the other day, we threw up a couple of things over in outside of this little world.
Oh, I've
And you
had
noticed-
this whole discussion with this group on my solo night about how people are just jerky and angry, and
Yeah,
they're
so-
just out of.
so we
they don't
talked-
care how they make people feel.
So
It's
I
like
wanted
weird.
people to know about us selling my mother's suitcase.
Oh, and Tammy Wilson, congratulations, because
Where
you were
is
the
the
winner
suitcase?
of that auction. It's getting packed.
Okay,
Getting ready
already,
to go
all
to
right.
its new home to Tammy Wilson. Congratulations,
Did
Tammy.
she know she won? Did you tell
Oh
her?
yeah.
Okay.
We did the announcement.
But at any rate, it was I
dirty.
wanted to put that out so that all of her fans could have a chance to see it and also to bid on it if they wanted it, even though it is kind of a pricey item. So I put it out on her Facebook page. And of course there were a lot of really wonderful comments, but there
Right.
were a couple, that were rather bizarre.
Right.
And or just how about this way? Rather than being sort of positive and upbeat, they were just automatically negative and very attacky.
Well, that's
And-
because, first of all, that's probably the nature of their character at this time. But there was one that I do understand, and he apologized. And we
No, I
both-
wasn't necessarily being
but-
too specific. I
No,
didn't.
I
You don't
know,
know.
but the guy that-
I could obviously go on and name
Yeah,
names.
but the guy that it was his first time there, and he made.
He didn't know who you
comments.
were.
He didn't know who I was. He didn't.
But
know
I
whose
always
it
say,
was.
don't pull the trigger until you know what you're aiming at.
Love that. Yes.
And Facebook is and can be a very deadly environment for people when people not even sure what they're seeing or talking about. Bam, they're out with
they're
something.
judging.
So I say, don't push the button or pull, as I like to say, pull the trigger until you know exactly what you're talking about, what you're dealing with, because it goes out there and it's not. It
And you
doesn't
can't
come.
take it back.
It doesn't come. Yeah, they're like it's
Except
like.
that I'm going to say it again. The one guy, and when I explained everything, because he doesn't know our group and what we do with the money. That they didn't know that, but it doesn't matter really because
Well, if you watch for a little while, you would
I
gain.
mean, what I'm saying, and it doesn't matter. All I'm going to say is that you spoke to him, I spoke to him in the message, and he apologized because he
No, and
realized
that
that
was
what he
good.
said was not correct.
Right, but once again, the person is already laying in the street dead.
Yeah.
And then you apologize. So it's better just to ask questions or not pull the trigger.
Yeah, it was
the
interesting.
negativity or the attack stuff is pretty prevalent. Now I don't get it because I'm not like on as much as you are, but your little group is a very safe group, and you do have
we're
new
a
people.
Peaceful group, yeah.
And people migrate in. And you know what I find really nice about your group too? It's very diverse. I mean, I've even noticed a couple of times where we might be drifting off in some direction and they go, oh, please don't go there. I want to stay over here in this happy place.
Right.
And I respect, that point of view. Not to say that that's going to alter us potentially drifting, especially me, the loose cannon on the deck. I mean, but that's why, I'm here. I am brought in as the loose cannon on the deck. But the point is, it is an environment where everybody can coexist. I always like to look at this environment kind of like the way my family or even Carrie and I coexisted. We had very opposing points of view in certain specific areas, but it never altered our great relationship and our ability to communicate. So we could agree to disagree on certain points and just have fun doing whatever it is we do. So I like that that's sort of representative of your Facebook family.
Right. But I'll tell you, and I've said it a million times, and I say it again because hopefully it will help people. But, when people are caustic and whatever they're saying to you, being judgmental, sometimes we do have to be judgmental. And I'll tell you, it's not judgmental, but we do have to judge sometimes. And so here's the exception. You are having a meeting with somebody to decide whether or not you are going to go into business with them. You're going to have to judge. You are with somebody in dating and you have to decide whether or not you're going to go on another date, or perhaps that person will make a good mate down the line, and you learn as you go.
Isn't that
you
an
are
interesting?
going to judge.
That's a very interesting point of view, though, because you could then by today's standards, in both of those cases, you could be accused of some form of sexism, racism.
Well, that's just too bad because you have to be.
But
smart.
that shows the absurdity of the current positions of today.
But we're not going to go there.
No,
because,
but you bring up a great point. So if I judge,
well, yes. When it says you shouldn't judge, it doesn't mean that. And people get snagged up in that, and they get in bad business relationships and bad relationships because they don't think they're supposed to judge.
well,
And
there's
it's okay
there's
to
actually
do
a
that.
scripture that says, "Judge not, unless you want to be judged." I like that scripture because it's really more addressing people that are judging people for their outward behavior or what they're doing. Like, I don't like the way you tie your shoes. There's all types of levels of judging people.
Right.
Your point went to common sense judgments and day-to-day judgments about life. Should I drive right now knowing that tomorrow is going to be a crazy traffic day to get out of Vegas? Should I try to fight that traffic? That's a judgment call. So we make judgment calls every minute.
Yeah, but I was specifically talking more about people and, and how, and so the point is, I have a question I ask myself before I speak. What good can come of it? I was talking to Dora about this. We talked about it on my solo show. I mean, how do you know when to say something and not say something? You take a breath. Filter yourself a little bit. And you say, what good can come of it if I say this? Is it gossip? Is it, a fact?
Well, remember a couple of shows ago, I was talking about the power of what you say, and when you let it loose into the world, how it causes effect.
You loose your words into the world, yes.
And those words can create or destroy.
Well, everything we do and everything we say, and especially in relationships, I find this to be true. Everything you say is either building a relationship up or
tearing it
down. That's it. Whether it's a friendship, work relationship, marriage, kids, but everything you say is doing one or the other, building it up or tearing it down. So, you know, it's not bad to take a pause and wonder what the power of your words are about to say are.
True.
Anyway, I love talking about this stuff with you.
Well, I
because
don't
we
want to. I
really
don't
do
mean
this
to
at home.
infringe
Yeah.
on the show that I have not been invited to about relationships. But then again, you don't.
It's not only
you
about
don't always
relationships.
but you don't always invite a bull into the china shop.
That's,
so
I had John on the show once. He was fantastic.
See
I had
what I
my
mean?
brother. He was fantastic.
I know.
You know,
Oh, I want to bring something up that is something. So TCSN.
what's that?
No, excuse me, not TCSN. LV.net. LVLasVegas.net.
Yes.
Has just agreed to sponsor us. So they're going to provide us with a faster
Internet,
bandwidth, much
bandwidth,
faster.
yeah. Thank God. And
Well,
I
we're
love
on the bleed-
LV.net, so thank you. I did not know that. and
Well,
I'm
it just came
super
up
excited.
today. And
That's great, because my computer is
Well,
really
it's what's happening
slow.
is no, but we have very
And we have a lot of equipment running at the same time.
so
That's-
yeah, we have fast internet by most
yes.
by most standards, we have 10 times faster than what most people have.
Mm-hmm.
But that's still not quick enough to send out high resolution. And like there's sometimes 5 and 6 people also watching. You know, we do bog down the network, and sometimes that affects the quality of the image up or down.
Yes. Well, thank you, LV.net, because I'm really excited about that. I always want to offer the best quality show we can put out there so that it's kind of like watching a TV show.
And you know, they're the only company where if you don't have, say, cable or certain access, they do have wireless point-to-point service. Like here, if we had to rely on the cabling that's in the street, the service would be 10 times slower. So they are capable of really delivering high. They say anywhere in Las Vegas Valley, they can deliver very fast internet, whatever speed you want.
Okay, I was just thinking that there's two things. First of all, I want to say Lisa Eaton, I saw your text in there and the messages, and she's going to meet her nephew, right? I think that's what you said. You born yesterday, you have a new nephew. And so congratulations on that. So off to New Jersey you go. And Michael Bollinger was saying that Halloween is coming up, and so he wanted to ask if your mom enjoyed making that movie, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. But I'm just wondering, should we have a Halloween party? What night does the 31st fall on? Saturday?
Could you?
Perfect.
But could
we can all dress up.
Well, wait. Couldn't we do a Zoom? We could stream on Facebook, but can't we all come on Zoom, and then I could put all their people up
Well,
here?
that is up to you to figure out, because my love, that is technical, and you know that's your
I would
gig.
like to presume or suggest that we have a Zoom party.
But we all wear costumes, because I feel robbed.
Well, actually,
that
if
I
you
didn't
show
get
up
to wear
without
a
a costume, if you
Yes.
show up without a costume in the Zoom screen, we just cut you off. but everybody that has a Zoom costume could go to the 2-shot, John, can be on this monitor right here.
Yeah.
We'll put all, the boxes up there, and we can even click in on them, and have
see people's costumes.
right.
Okay, I think this
And
is
we
a
could
great
still
idea. Does anybody
stream-
like this? Because I love this idea. And it doesn't have to
But
be...
it gives everybody time to also sign up for Zoom or whatever you have to do.
Oh, no, actually, I think, yeah, we'll figure that out. But
It doesn't cost, but
you
you
don't
have to
need
sign
to
up.
wear like some elaborate costume. You can paint your face up to be a kitty cat or something, with whatever you've got at home. But I miss being in a Halloween costume. I haven't been to a good Halloween party in a long time.
The other thing I'm
We're
going to
getting
make,
some hearts. We're
I'm going to make
loving
another
that.
requirement.
What?
One other requirement. You have to bring some candy with you.
Yeah, but you can't give the candy
No,
away.
you eat it on camera.
Okay, but if you're diabetic, you have to eat something else. So I just got. Bless you.
That's confirmed. It's a great idea.
Well, I love it. I'm getting a lot of hearts, but I really love Halloween. So
Speaking of Halloween,
yes.
let me show you. I just saw it when I was looking for a cool picture. Here are some of my Halloween outfits right here. I'll go this
We
one.
weren't even going to
There-
talk about
there's
this,
Halloween.
and yet you have these ready to
That's
go.
Halloween. That's me dressed up. That's Sean Connery's outfit from Highlander. and that is
wow.
not a fake beard. I let my
That
hair
is
grow
awesome.
and I was playing a maniac swordsman. But check this one out. This is the one. Isn't that adorable?
Oh, look at that. Your
So
mom.
Carrie and my
so what
mother-
outfit are you wearing?
I have Tyrone Power's outfit on from Marie Antoinette, and all of that that fancy threading is solid silver. My mother has Norma Shear's costume on from Marie Antoinette. Again, all silver bullion.
And what is
Carrie,
Billy wearing?
Carrie also has another Norma Shear from a different scene. And Billy's costume was made because we didn't have anything that was period like that.
Oh my gosh, that picture is so. I can't believe that your mom let you wear all these costumes.
It was her idea.
Was it? Oh, that's
She was like, you know
incredible.
what? We're going to blow everybody out of the water because everybody was struggling to figure out what can we possibly wear. And she says, well, we have all of this stuff. We're just going to frickin' use it and not worry about what happens. So we were super careful, obviously.
But what's amazing is that they fit.
Well, I mean, as
You fit into Sean Connery's outfit.
it's all of these guys that you see that you think are so big are not. It's hilarious. I told you the story about me with Clark Gable. I wore his outfit.
Well, you were kind of the same size, Clark Gable.
But
were
I always
both the
thought,
same size.
yeah, but I looked at I always thought Clark Gable was this big guy, like John Wayne, right? And then I was looking at this costume that we had of his, and I was like, gosh, that looks like it would fit me, so I wore it. Fit me perfectly. Tyrone Power, again, you think he's the big tough guy, bullfighter or whatever. You know, he was in Blood and Sand and all these he's a bullfighter for Christ. He's a big guy. Look at it. It fits me like a glove.
Oh.
Like a glove.
Well, Debbie Starr Jackson said, woohoo, what a sexy looking prince.
Aw.
Make my heart beat twice.
Isn't that cute?
Yes.
I don't think I can zoom in too far.
Laura Knisney's mom is going to be 87 on Halloween. And people are enjoying seeing these costumes, which is really great.
Well, those are fantastic examples, of the breadth of the collection. But we didn't obviously do this very often.
Lisa Eaton said that the one Debbie is wearing was her favorite costume out of her entire collection, which is big.
Well, it's
these are big words.
It's a stunning.
Heather Tanchuk, Tyrone Fisher.
Ha,
Hey,
Well-
Francine, it's so neat to see everybody. Kathy Hobbs, Barbara Hammond, Cheryl Davidson Conway. We have all of our
would you
folks
like to?
here.
Would everybody
We
like
have
to?
a full room. This
Would
is
everybody
great.
like to see a couple of museum costumes?
Oh, you know what? I think they would. Would you like to see some museum costumes? Because if you would,
I do have some pictures.
We have pictures, and they're really fun to watch, especially when you're looking at the very costume. I remember this costume.
Go ahead and punch that up. So that's Rudolph Valentino's
Yes.
suit of lights.
That was
and it
that was in
his
the
bull-
first auction, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I remember.
1925. This was from Blood and Sand. The movie was later remade with Tyrone Power. That's why I mentioned that. In which case, two other people wore this costume. John Carradine wore this costume later. But look, it's all silver bullion. The workmanship in this is off the charts.
Lots
People
of
like
hearts.
seeing
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
So that was a spectacular costume. Now when we were doing the auction, this is a lot of different costumes.
Oh God, it
So
was
on the
so
left-
thrilling this night.
On the left, you see Katherine Grayson and everybody from the movie Showboat. All the way down, Ava Gardner is the one there, the black and sort of orange-colored one.
We turned the Paley Museum.
That's the Paley Center right there.
into a museum. We
There's
turned the
the,
Paley Center into a museum.
All the costumes from the movie Jumbo, Doris Day,
I have
Jimmy
goosebumps
Durante.
looking at these again.
These are part of my camera collection. Some of the ones that we sold. That was the 2001 Space Odyssey effects camera. There's the Claudette Colbert, 1934.
Oh, I love that. Isn't that gorgeous? And
Cleopatra.
I know, Dora wants that one. Before the auction, of course, these lived at our ranch.
Well, some were in Vegas and some were at the ranch.
Right, but I used to love to go and look at them. I would put the white gloves on and go in and just think, oh my gosh. I don't know if it's true, but I used to think to myself, Marilyn Monroe's DNA is on
Well,
this.
there you go, right
or,
there.
you
There's
know.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
This is the heat wave number from There's No Business Like Show Business.
That-
it's a fantastic number.
Great number, and
We're
I
having
love that.
a heat wave, a tropical heat wave.
Yes. And there were
So there's
so
some
many-
close-ups of the cameras.
Oh, the
so that's
cameras were great.
That's a camera that I sort of regret selling, but not entirely. But that's
what did this one shoot? What was the
that shot
provenance of
Patton
this?
and Cleopatra.
Wow. How about this one?
2001 Space Odyssey. That camera was just made for the visual effects for
Yeah.
that.
Because you were the camera, and that's the props and cameras. You were
That was
really-
kind of my specialty.
That was your thing, yes.
And there's the most famous dress of all.
in the world.
That dress sold for $6.2 million.
That is an absolutely stunning dress. And there again, do you remember the day after the auction? No, it wasn't the day after the auction, but maybe 3 days after the auction. We were all just fried from putting all that together. And we got a call because there was some questioning about whether this was the actual authentic dress. Do you remember this? And
Sure,
we
it-
were like, are you kidding me? Here
But
we go.
it reminds me again of what you just went through, what we just went through, where somebody, who had a little bit of information questioned that, and it caused a huge flurry of activity.
Right.
Of course, they were, completely buried in facts, but it's like they just blab it out there in a public fashion.
But to be fair, when people do make copies of costumes, when they're really, it is hard to tell from to the eye. But this costume, when you look at this costume, costumes over a 60, 70-year period, they change colors a little bit.
Sure. But there's something that's very important above all. Provenance.
Provenance, yes.
Provenance is everything. Where did you get this thing? Who gave it to you? Where did you buy it? Whatever the case may be. The story of where the journey that these things have been on is everything. The fact that they were in Debbie's custody directly from the studios for 45 years
Yes.
is important. So you can't, if you go down and buy a Marilyn Monroe subway dress from some spurious place without understanding the custody of it, you understand you could be taking a risk.
Well, another thing people don't understand as well.
By the way, there is the museum.
There's
in
the dress in action.
Okay, but this is in the museum here in Las Vegas, 1994 through 1998.
Wow.
That's the subway dress that was in a revolving stage. That was a little mirrored revolving
We still
stage.
have that
We do.
case.
And then over on the left is Charles Lawton's costume from Henry VIII. And on the left there is Katharine Hepburn's costume from, I believe it was Anna Karenina. And then on the right is Betty Davis' costume where she's playing the movie with Errol Flynn in it. And if you'll notice, we also had all these posters. They're reflecting around so you can't tell where they go. But we had all the posters that matched up with the different
Someone
things.
is asking a really good question. It's Nicole Talencio. Says, I wonder what size is Marilyn's dress.
There you go.
She was supposed to be considered a full-size woman.
Well, there she
I
is.
would say she was probably around a 6.
So
No, your mom was a 0 or a 2 by today's standards when she was.
But Monroe, what happened with Monroe is early on, of course, she was smaller in some of the films that we remember her from. And then later on, she became more of a voluptuary. And there were less regard. Even by this is a movie called Let's Make Love. We had that dress as well.
Is that called a wardrobe test for people who?
This is part of the
Yeah.
screen test. Is this the
Right.
right hair? Is this the right look for the costume? The director would look at these
The
pictures
makeup,
and the makeup,
everything,
but the
yes.
director would take a look at that and he would go, you know what, that is all wrong. I don't like. But see, there you go. So there's George Cukor is the director,
Right.
And you see it says change number 4. So this is her 4th costume change within the framework of the movie, and then it talks about who is the name of the movie, the production code, etc. So there could be a lot of pictures taken as they were going through. And you'll notice, let me see if I have any more of that. Well, we were talking about this earlier. There's the Tyrone Power jacket off of me.
Yes, the second one.
So
from the
these are
left there.
all from Marie Antoinette.
I used to love too that you took so much time because you put the scene, which you had to choose one first of all, but you put that scene on a video and it played on the little monitor underneath the costume. So people who came from all over the world to see this, by the way, well, that was exciting. And we filmed the whole thing. You know, I think about that all the time. You know, I interviewed people in the lobby and that were watching, because they had it 2 or 3 weeks on display. And so I took a cameraman
Well,
and we went
afterwards,
down there.
for part 2, we did months.
Yes.
Like 4 or 5
so
months.
this actually would make a fantastic documentary about how Debbie's obsession with this, which was a great thing, really she was proved right in so many ways when everybody told her
You're crazy.
that she was wasting
So
her
here's
money
Richard
and
Burton's
time.
costume from Cleopatra. This is the Cleopatra in the 60s with Liz Taylor. And what's great about this costume is this costume was actually purchased for the museum by Elizabeth Taylor and donated to the nonprofit. So that was a very special costume. It came up for auction, and Liz
Look
bought
at
it.
and look at the shape that these costumes were in after so many years.
Well, it didn't always come to us that way. Some of them had to be restored.
I understand. but
Millions
still.
of dollars were spent over decades. You know, now this is an interesting costume right here. You see this dress here?
The Dorothy dress.
Right. So, but
Oh, Philip Bambarger right now. I can just see him because he loves The Wizard of Oz. He has some of the torches.
so this is called the pinafore dress. But here's the thing about this dress. This is not the dress that was in the final version. This was the dress that was in the first couple of weeks of filming when Buddy Epson got poisoned.
Oh, that's right, from the silver.
They
from
were
the
using
Tin
this
Man.
costume. And I actually have footage and still pictures of her wearing this, including the Arabian slippers, which were not the final slippers that eventually
That
came
looked
up.
like that, right?
They were different.
So Judy's costume originally was this, and
then
now
they changed it to a little, what became a little checkered
a
pattern.
gingham dress.
Well, these are technically all gingham dresses.
But it had checkers in it. You're right. Did that happen to Buddy Ebsen during The Wizard of Oz during a rehearsal, or were they shooting?
No, they were filming. They already shot. There's footage out there of Buddy as the
Oh,
Tin
I would
Man.
love to see that.
And it's, yeah. So that was one of those Hollywood history. There's another Marie Antoinette piece. That is actually Norma Shear's costume from Marie Antoinette
And where was this?
in the museum in Vegas.
I was going to say I didn't.
And if you notice, all those forced perspective paintings were painted by Christie, by the way. You see that?
Oh, beautiful.
So she did these, because we didn't have a ton of depth to those display cases.
No, that looks incredible.
Let's see. Okay, there's the Rat Pack costumes, including my mother's costume on the left. Both right and left, actually.
We still have this?
We have a couple of those, yeah.
Because I now recall that was the third and final auction that they were in. And it was interesting because Shirley MacLaine had a dress in the Rat Pack section.
Actually, that's what that was.
Yeah,
on the
that was
right.
Shirley
was one,
MacLaine's,
Debbie's
yes.
on the left.
This was a fantastic dress from My Fair Lady at the ascot dress from the
Audrey Hepburn.
race scenes.
Yep.
So this is, what a
I
dress.
bought that dress. There's a long story that goes
Ooh,
with
lots
it.
of hearts for this dress.
Well, this is Cecil Beaton. It's one of the all-time great costume designs. This film in general had won for so many different things, and Rex Harrison back to actor, best picture. But that costume right there was astounding. Most people, everybody remembered this as being one of the all-time great costumes. When I bought that costume, it had been stolen from Warner Brothers Studio, and 20 years later it came up for auction, and I ended up checking with Leaf over at Warner's, and they tried to get it back, and it was just going to go up. So long story short, I ended up buying this costume for a stupid amount of money at the time. But when I sold
Your
it, of
mom
course,
was just, she was happy mad about you
no,
buying
she was
this
never
costume.
mad about this.
No, but
she was mad about the Rex Harrison suit.
There you go. But
I paid $8,000 for Rex Harrison's suit from this very scene long before I had that costume, and my mother spent basically on I think it might have been on some sort of a calendar. Every month she lectured me about why in the hell did I buy Rex Harrison's suit from My Fair Lady for $8,000 when you're never going to get an Audrey dress to go with it. They're all stolen. I heard that every month on schedule for maybe 7 years. And then one day I was able to get this piece, but I didn't tell her I got it.
Okay, but in the end, how did you know that this was authentic?
So I had to go to Los Angeles. I brought with me 2 people. Robert Noodleman was one of them. And we thoroughly examined that dress for a matter of days. And we had some indications of the provenance, even to the point where we, knew that it had been stolen, but the person that had stolen it had passed away.
Right.
And they had somebody secondhand had gotten it. And so there really was little to be done about the fact that it had been stolen. Now it was a question of what's going to happen from here. But you take a picture like this and you zoom in on it. Mm-hmm. And then you get the dress out and you really zoom in on it. We made 100 pictures, every still we could get, every book, everything we could get, ran footage to verify that every ribbon, that lace, for an example, is very unique. Now that lace was taken from some off-the-shelf high-end lace when they made the dress. But there's a million kinds of lace in the world. In fact, there was a person on eBay selling pieces of Audrey Hepburn's ascot dress, little piece of the fabric, that after I owned this dress, I bought that on eBay.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I looked at it, it was totally a different kind of lace. So I wrote back to the guy and I said, look, I own the ascot dress. This lace isn't even close to matching. Stop selling people bogus stuff.
Yes.
They think, oh, I'm buying this great piece of history. I have a little piece of the lace. I said, not to mention the fact that if something was cut out of the hem, I would know. But not only is nothing missing from the hem, the lace doesn't even match. It's like totally the wrong period. The guy went down and bought a tablecloth, like a lace tablecloth, and cut. People are really...
Oh,
it's almost as bad as those guys that call up and say they're from the Social Security office and your Social Security is going to be canceled.
No.
Except they talk with an Indian accent. Yes, this is a bill from the Social Security office.
You're walking on the edge.
No, I'm not. You know how annoying that is. It's
do.
super annoying.
Yes, it's such hey, Brad, I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome back. Hey, Kathy Winkler.
Was everybody liking the pictures?
Yeah, they
We've done
are.
enough, I think,
No,
right?
I think I'm going to.
By the way, there's the Let's Make Love dress.
Oh yes.
In person. So we showed you a minute ago a black and white still of this very dress, and there is the very dress just hanging on a hanger.
Do you see? Wouldn't you wear that? Right? Wouldn't you love to wear that dress? That is a timeless.
I know, but you got to be built like you to wear that dress. I got news for you. Or we got to get out some falsies.
Here's the thing. My favorite dress in the whole collection, not because of who wore it or what movie it was from, but there was a dress in auction 1 I wanted so much. And it was...
some of those dresses that you put aside are actually sitting in the closet at the ranch.
Oh, I know.
There's a couple of black dresses.
An Adrian dress. Was it Billie Holiday or Judy Holiday?
I don't remember what you kept,
but
I just saw them at the ranch.
Anyway, the dress in the first auction, I don't know if you have a picture of it, I so hope you do. It was the Kim Novak dress.
Oh, yeah.
And it was in the 3 costume carousel in the front. Do you have a picture of that?
I don't think I have it in this.
Oh, my
I do have it.
Gosh, it was so me. And I loved that dress so much.
Because that fringe, tassel-y,
and it had
beaded
kind of
fringe.
almost, and some mirror work was on it, and it was just so sexy.
But
that dress.
Kim Novak and you have a lot in common, so that's why.
Well, I have worn Kim Novak. I wore a Kim Novak costume for a photo shoot from Bell Book and Candle.
No, but I mean in other ways.
Like what?
Well, you both like cats.
Pie Wacket.
That's right. You like kitty cats.
That's true.
And you have similar features.
People when I was younger used to tell me that I reminded them of Kim Novak.
You do. And if I put you in that dress, it wouldn't take a whole lot of effort to have made you, you could have done a great impression like you've done.
And you know what I really like about Kim Novak? She married a veterinarian.
That's what I'm saying.
I loved it.
See?
All right, so
And
let's see how people are doing over here, and then we do have time if you want to show a few more costumes.
Well, I didn't know
Because
if people were getting bored or not.
I
was an
don't
unplanned-
think anyone would get bored.
That was an
looking
unplanned
at
affair.
historical things from Hollywood that are shot beautifully. This is just...
Well, we obviously have a lot more, but here's a pretty spectacular piece. There's Marlon Brando's costume from Desiree.
Oh,
Now, in this
wow.
case, this costume is actually gold bullion. So all the fleur-de-lis and the little bumblebees, they're all solid gold. And that's real ermine fur to boot. So this costume was off the charts. This is a 20th Century Fox movie, and they spared no expense in the costume design. Here's what's underneath that costume. Again, a insane, all gold
Wow.
threading, just a spectacular piece. So
I mean, when you were standing at this was at the Paley Center in Beverly Hills when we turned it into a museum for the auction. I remember people standing in front of those costumes, and I was people watching like crazy. And they would just stare at it, look down at the monitor, see the costume, and I get goosebumps just thinking about it because it was so wonderful to see the emotion cross their face that they were standing in front of what could have been their favorite movie
what was
costume.
interesting about all of this is it took many years for Carrie to actually grasp what you're just describing. Even when we had the museum in Vegas, she didn't really understand or get it very much. I mean, really. But later she did get it when she was in her 40s. And she said, you know what's so great about these costumes when you're sitting here looking at the clip and you're seeing the costume? She says, these are the things that remain. We have the movie, which is a one-dimensional object. You know, you watch the film, which is great. I'm glad we saved what we've saved. But here's the three-dimensional object. Here's the costume that Marlon Brando wears in Desiree, where he performs magnificently as Napoleon. And we see that whole moment. And here's a tangible asset that remains. Brando's gone, but the costume remains. And people have epiphanies when they're looking at their favorite film. Carrie actually said it like this. She says, these are the things that remain. This is the costume that Vivian Leigh wore when she said, my God, I will never go hungry again. You know, and there's this moment. It's like when I'm holding the Maltese Falcon.
Right.
And I always like to hold that falcon for people, and I say, it's the stuff that dreams are made of. You know, and there are things in the movies. Sometimes you have famous MacGuffins, you know, but sometimes it's just the costume. There's no famous revolving prop. So the idea that these costumes are important and connect us back to the movie is important. Debbie was proved right. She saw it before anybody else. That's the way it is. It will always be. So, having said that, I just made a deal with the Academy, and we signed the deal.
Oh, that's great.
And we are going to be lending the Academy pieces from mine and Debbie's collection. So when the museum for the Academy does open on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles, we will be a part of it. Not only will we be a part of it, but they're naming the entire restoration area after Debbie.
That is really fantastic. And I imagine, have you chosen the costumes? I know when...
No, we're not doing in the first wave, we're actually doing, they're doing a lot of technical stuff.
Yes.
So we're doing the Citizen Kane lenses and things like that. So we're doing more techie stuff. But there will come a time very soon to the Singing in the Rain point. That will be the next. We'll do the Singing in the Rain costumes.
Is there a projected date, even though things have gone so haywire, and I'm sure that has caused a lot of snags?
You can look on the Academy's website. So this is the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. They have a website. They have a fantastic, their website's fantastic, and they're, of course, promoting this. And if you feel so inclined, I will also say that they are always over budget and needs of funds. You can also donate to specific things, but if you feel so inclined, it's a worthy cause. Now, in our case, our deal is a deal based very simply on the arrangement that as long as they honor Debbie and her commitment and contribution to the preservation of Hollywood's history, as long as they do that, they will have my undying support and access to our collection. That is my deal.
Well, I am thrilled to hear that this is all done because the gentleman that came here from the Academy to look at what we had was he was very nice. And he had I always, what do you say? I don't want to say the word judge, but I really don't judge people by anything more than what I'm feeling. And so I get a feeling when I meet people. Every now and then somebody disingenuine can get under my radar because they're just that good, usually a psychopath of some sort. But I am really, really tuned into people and their energy, and I liked him so much, and I really felt that that deal was going to go through, because
So-
really what are we looking for from that?
That's what we already.
For your
I just
mother's
described it.
legacy to live on.
Here's a
and-
little. You just all got a preview
Yeah.
because the New York Times is doing a story on what I just described to you all, including from the Academy's perspective as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the reporter who did the story, I've been around a lot of reporters in my life, and I have never in my life encountered a reporter that was quoting lines from the unsinkable Molly Brown back to me. So I felt very comfortable that this was going to be the guy entrusted in telling this tale.
Yeah.
So this person is very. It's going to be a great story. I can just tell. I mean, you know, the guy you're describing at the Academy. I'm not naming names right this second, but he is the first one that I've encountered that seems to really understand how important Debbie's contribution was to all of this.
Right, and for us, it's bittersweet because this could have been our museum with all these things, and your mom would have lived to have seen that
so here's
happen.
my response to that. It is going to be our museum. It's going to be all of our museum.
Yes.
It's what Debbie wanted anyway.
Yes.
Was the museum for the people.
And when I say our, I don't mean yours and mine.
No,
I mean
more of our
the
stuff
world's.
could have
Yeah.
been there.
Yeah.
But all along, as you know, Debbie never intended the stuff, the artifacts, these pieces, these tangibles, as Carrie says. It was never intended that they belonged to her. She was merely the caretaker.
Right, but she wanted that museum, and you gave that to her when you had the hotel here, and then for 3 weeks we gave it to her again to see just a fraction of the costumes, although there were hundreds of things there.
3,000 costumes, 10,000 other artifacts to support
just
the
remarkable.
costumes. So it was truly a world-class collection and encompassed the entire history of film, not just American film, although it obviously focused heavily on American cinema. It represented every Academy Award winning nominated or winning film from the beginning of the history of the Academy and before to the date where we had stopped collecting.
Well, I know that it's going to be quite an opening. Philip Bambarger says, "I'll see you at the opening," and I have no doubt. And with any luck, we'll see Ferruccio at the opening as well.
Well, I really think, you know, some people have said to me, like they'll say, "Hey, do you want me to kick your father's ass when he was alive?" Meaning Eddie Fisher. And I was like, "Hey, you know, it's water over the dam." I also feel that my mother would want me to forgive the Academy for all of its transgressions, and there were plenty, 5 decades of them, in terms of their consciousness towards costumes and artifacts. But I think she would want me, and that is why I'm responding the way I am, because I think she would want me to forgive them and move on for the greater good. The greater good is to have a museum, because that was always the goal, to have a museum.
As it was, and it just reminds me of when your mom was in her final, I would say when she was in her final, month or so of life, though she didn't know it. You know, I didn't know what we were looking at, but she was so, remember she stopped making jokes about Eddie. She didn't let anyone speak badly about Harry Carl. You know, she was already preparing for her heavenly spiritual life, because she was letting go of all the feeling, the anger, and she was always correcting people that came to see her. No, don't say anything bad about, and I was, what? It was really quite remarkable to watch that, because she was forgiving everybody for everything and preparing herself for something we had no idea was coming.
Somebody asked me, they said, how do you know how Debbie would feel about this or feel about something else? And I can only say that people that are close to their mother or father the way I was close to my mother, I know. Sure, it's easy that I'm sitting here, I know.
Yeah.
So the idea that that Debbie would somehow not want to forgive them and not want to see this happen, the idea that I know that is not the case. It's easy to understand why somebody could be angry about this, but this is a different time, and this is this time. If she were here, she could for herself tell them to F off or jump on board or whatever she wants. But I'm all that remains. So it's up to my consciousness through a lifetime of being part of her consciousness.
Very well said. Did you choke yourself up?
I always do.
Todd will get, sometimes he'll get watery-eyed and he'll say, I choked myself up.
I do it all the time.
I know, it's cute. All right.
I'm pretty easy to choke up.
Guess
I mean,
what? We're going to, guess what time it is?
Now
It's a giveaway thing.
the time has come.
That's right. So, we have decided that we'll do some trivia, some numbers, right? Yes. And Ryan Clements is here. Linda Kornreich is here. Hi. Stephanie Lloyd is here. These are our closest friends. And Ryan Clements, of course, produced tonight's show along with Dora. And we are
He told me
very
everything
excited.
to say.
He told you everything.
Everything.
To say?
We had a chat.
No, he never knows what we're going to say. That I don't know what we're going to say. That's the fun part of the show. So here we go. Now, get your fingers on the keys because luckily he made this really easy. Now the
Is
one
this part of
person
it?
this is part of it. One person I'm worried about in this is Seth Robichaux because of his age, but because he's young, but you might still get it. Now, is Diane with us? I know Diane is here. Did you send her everything? So it's Diane Vasquez tonight. It is Ryan Clements tonight. You, me, and I'll bet you Stephanie Lloyd would be on this, but we didn't tell her what it was. Diane, Ryan, and you. And so here we go. We're going to show you clips, all right?
Are we going to see clips, or are
Well,
we just going to look at this still?
No, they're videos. And so what happens is you'll be asked a question on the...
On the clip.
It's on the clip. So you have
All
to
right.
watch the clip, get your fingers on the keys because... Oh, and everything is in a mystery tonight. We don't show things now. You have to wait until you win it to see it. So...
All right, off we go.
I was going to say something, but I showed restraint, which is a big topic of the day, restraint. All right, so here we go. Number 1. Classic cartoons. Question number 1. I think we have some. What is the name of the cat?
I thought I saw a putty cat.
All right. Medea, I'm ready for trivia. Okay. Oh, lots of people got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you know it, John? Oh, yeah. Did you? All right. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Seth Robichaux, the one
cartoon
person,
guy, Warner
the
Brothers.
one
You know why, though?
person
They're
I was
Warners.
afraid was not going to get this.
They're Warner Brothers cartoons.
Fantastic. Seth Robichaux, let's see what you won. Here you go, see? Number 1, Seth Robichaux, congratulations to you. Do we have any applause for Seth tonight? Here we go. Johnny, give him some applause. You have won, Seth Robichaux.
The 360.
It's on the 360. There you go. Seth Robichaux, that's for you. You have won a $25 gift certificate to catcosmetics.com, of course, catcosmetics.com.
But you have new man products coming out, so he should hold off and
No,
pick
he
something out.
likes everything just the way it is. You should see him and how beautiful that he looks. So we're going to let Seth pick what he wants.
No, but you have like
Yeah,
a
but
bronzer coming out, a man,
Seth's
and you have
not a rooster.
No, I get it. but
Seth knows what he likes.
I get it. But don't you have some cool
I do.
things that he
That I do have some cool things. Seth, I do have a few cool products coming out.
Thank you.
That are going to
Trust
be.
me, I know.
But I'll tell you what, they're coming out next month, and they're great.
I think that little bronzer thing you showed me.
It's the man tan. It's insane.
I'm saying,
Okay.
so who wouldn't want that?
It's the gentle man tan.
I
now.
understand, but woman or man, either way you look at it,
Nobody
women
wants,
and men love bronzers.
Nobody wants to look like the underbelly of a Christmas turkey. That's just the way I think. So
That's exactly
here
right.
we go. So that was donated by Frank Ferruccio, the $25 gift certificate. Donated by Ferruccio, who we all wish was here tonight. But I just have a feeling in my spirit that he is doing just fine, and at the moment in La La Land on his painkillers after surgery. So we will find out and let you know ASAP. Huh? Next video for I hope nobody saw that. Oh, they're there though, right? Yeah. Okay, so they don't see it. For mystery prize number 2, guess this one right here. What is the name of this show? What is the name of this show?
Jane, his wife.
Oh gosh, Ryan, this is so fun. All right, waiting for confirmation. Oh yes. I have one. Let's see if it matches. Isn't it funny that we have 4 of us looking at these to find the winner?
Hilarious.
All from complaining. But
I told you before, it's not essential. You could just simply say, I'm picking
Aubrey,
the winner.
guess who I got too? Aubrey Thurber, you are the winner, and you have won.
Do you have to be here?
Number 2, she does not have to. Well, she is here. She's answering the question. You see what I'm saying? So you still
You know
haven't
what?
caught up from your boar hunting
No,
sleep.
but let me tell you,
What?
that saves a lot of time.
It does, doesn't it? All right. Aubrey, you have won something that is really one of my favorite things that I wear. This was from my jewelry collection, and there's only a few left. They're not even, are they even on the website? They are, they're called infinity hoops. They have crystals all on, they're all on the outside of the hoop. They are also on the inside of the hoop. So when you wear these, they sparkle.
It's just like QVC.
Better. There you go. All right, Aubrey Thurber, congratulations on your win. So if you haven't won before, please send me your address and a private message, and we will get those to you. Toot sweet. All right, everybody did a great, look at all the people that got that. All right, so we have another, I think, on this. Is it 3 we have here?
Yep.
4. Good. Ryan, I'm loving this. What is the name of Popeye's girlfriend?
You to take me shopping for my birthday present.
Mm-hmm. What is Popeye's girlfriend's name?
Nah.
Now, John, do you know the answer? I'm seeing it now. So we'll see if we're all seeing the same one. I love it. We've all been syncing with the same person, so this is great.
Oh.
Here we go. Bill Tuskalis. It's Tuskalis. There it is. Tuskalis. He is a nice Greek boy and cute as a button. I see you all the time on Facebook. So this is number 3. Now, Bill, I am going to offer you. I don't want to show what this is, but Bill will not want this. This much I know. But what we
Why
do.
don't you swap?
Okay, but
Can
what
you
we
swap 3 or
have,
4?
just in case.
Can you swap 3 or 4? What's the next one?
We have the.
I've got
no,
an idea.
they're all very.
No. I've got an idea. Let him
Okay.
have that. Let him have.
Which one?
You want to give him that Star Wars thing?
Which one?
The
Bill
one-
is a Star Wars
Then let's
lover.
give him.
Which one? This one?
I would give him that card, the big card.
This
yeah,
one.
give me
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So give him that.
So wow. It's already matted. It's just ready to be framed. Bill Tuscalis, knowing that
If
you
he's a
are
Star Wars fan.
Oh, he is a Star Wars fan. So I'm going to let Todd present you
Well,
with
no,
that.
I will just hold it up.
And tell him what he's won.
So this is the 2007 first day of issue stamp, and you can see that's the stamp on the envelope here. And then this is just a nicely matted picture to go with it of Chewbacca. And there you go. So you get Chewie.
All right.
Or, as Carrie would say, a walking carpet.
Okay, look at he said. OMG, stop! He can hardly
And
believe it. Wow, Bill, I'm really
so,
happy for
so
you.
that's from, as you know, we found a box of all this Star Wars stuff. Let me have those envelopes just for 1 second.
Okay, so the envelopes are.
Well, just so they can see. So
But, so Bill, what you have there is, and this
actually
is.
he has one you have this stamp.
Which one?
This stamp. See
Star
it down
Wars,
there?
yes.
No, see the stamp right here?
Yeah, I'm looking at it
Yeah,
right
so
here.
there it is right there.
Right.
But what I found, so some of those were pre-mounted.
If a person
this-
buys the set,
But this
you
is
can have
we've
them
talked
mounted
about
like
this before.
Yeah.
This is the entire set of the envelopes. So we have found these, and we keep offering them to our friends if you want them.
Oh,
So
they're listed on my website. If you
Okay.
get all 17 for $200. And what's great about them for a Christmas present is that you can mat all 17 like this.
Or if
And
you don't
people who
want,
love
let me
Star
just say this,
Wars, what
because
a
we
gift.
didn't even think about this. If for some reason you just want one or another, like if you just wanted Carrie and Luke or so whatever, we could work that out too,
Yeah,
because I have enough to break up the set if you don't want the whole set. But there's some pretty cool stuff here. So you let Kat know through her site, and of course, we'll break it up. You could certainly get all the main characters.
You know what's great about
so
that
there's
too,
all
though?
17.
That you can't get them anywhere else. I mean, you might find one
no,
somewhere, but the set, no way.
So let me have that again for 1 second.
This one?
Yeah.
Look at Bill. I wonder if he's been given smelling salts yet. And off the
Well,
floor.
so I tell you what, Bill, we have.
Here
This
he
is
goes.
how people can, display them. As you can see, you can get into it.
You want to read his I think it's better coming from you.
Coming from me,
Can you see it?
OMG! Oh, I just pissed myself.
Okay, that was Bill's comment. Better that he says it than me. All right. How much for the set? Brenda is asking. The set of 17 is $200.
Right, or
and they're
like-
on my website.
Or like $20 a card.
Well, no, that
individually.
if individually, yeah, we'll offer them. That's not up yet. The set is
I was
up.
just throwing it out there because I
Right.
don't know that everybody wants to dump 200. But let's say that you are a fan of Luke Skywalker or something.
Mm-hmm.
We could happily sell you just the onesie twosie stuff up to a
absolutely.
point. Now there's a point where I don't want to break up too many sets.
No.
But I have enough right now where I could handle onesie twosies to a point.
And Ryan is been working on a Facebook page for our auction. So it's not, because my page is busy enough and it gets crazy. And so we'll be putting small things
I want
on there.
to address
large
that. Let me
things on
address
there.
that. So I have all along been trying, it doesn't always work,
Mm-hmm.
but we've been trying to find ways to have lesser expensive things.
Of
my
course,
my mother would want that.
Yes.
I don't always like it when something goes up to hundreds of dollars because it limits down the who can have it.
Right.
So we purposely scrounged around to try to find things that people could get. So I think like the Debbie brochures, things I have a number of, like these, I think we should put all that stuff up.
Oh, we're going to.
And it can be offered. Now we'll give them away like we've been doing, but I mean, it will be offered up for much more reasonable money.
So that,
people can
like
buy
I
stuff.
say, if everyone wants to own a little piece of Hollywood history, they ought to be able to.
And not
we've been
for
really trying
a
to figure
bloody
out
fortune.
how to do that and make it affordable
So this is how we're going to
for
do it. Now
everyone.
another point.
Yes.
It was brought to my attention the other day that somebody really wanted an autographed picture of Debbie.
Okay.
I have a very limited number, as you know, because we've been putting some of them out, of smaller 4x5 Debbie pictures signed by her. And so we will sell those for $50, which is extremely cheap.
Yes.
Up to a point.
But it's nice because really everybody that wants to own a piece should be
I'm not going to
able
have that many, but we will sell those. And then I have some larger ones that are $100 that I will sell. And the advantage of buying them, whatever Kat sets up, is that you know it's Debbie. It's not some
right.
internet sketchy.
It's
is all I'm saying.
authentico.
No, but I mean, the internet, people put up stuff like I was talking about the Audrey Hepburn piece.
No, Karen, we will do both. We absolutely will do both. But we just want to make sure that we do an equal number of both so that everybody has a chance to do
Generally speaking.
Francine, I got and yes, we'll talk about that. We'll email
We'll
about
tell
that.
people what the question was. It's
The
not
question
fair.
was that she wanted to know if she could just get, I think, Luke and Leia.
Yeah, I just said. So I'm
Yeah.
happy to, up to a point, I can't do 1,000,000 of those, but I could do 20
I
individuals.
love this of Yoda.
That's the bad Yoda.
The bad
Go to the green one.
Okay, so
There's a
but
green Yoda.
here's what Francine was asking about right here.
Yeah, so yes.
So Luke and Leia.
Yeah, so we
So-
do $20 a piece on any individual
Yes.
card, but I don't have enough to
break up the sets.
Well, no, I mean that's up to a point. I'm
Up
happy
to a
do
point, yeah. So heard you and one and done. Okay, so the next prize. Do we have one more clip? Yes, we do. This is my favorite one yet. This is my favorite trivia yet. It's so easy, and I love that. But I love seeing my childhood here.
Yeah, I think this
Right?
is good. I think there are lots of shows you could probably get away with doing this on, from Leave It
It's-
to Beaver on down.
Here we go. Next question. Get your fingers on the keys, everybody. It happens all so fast. What is the name of their daughter?
Uncle Tess. Oh, he'll love her. Maybe enough to give her a few shares of oil stock.
What is their daughter's name? And here we go. Waiting for. Oh, that's okay because it was. All right, I've got one.
Bam! Bam!
That's right. I can't wait to see if we all have the same one because
Is it Bam Bam?
the answer is
Bam Bam?
Kathy Gans is mine too. Ah, ha, ha, Kathy Gans.
Bam Bam?
Luckiest woman
You're
on
not telling me the answer?
Pebbles.
Oh, Pebbles.
Yeah.
Who was Bam Bam? She always went Bam Bam.
Bam, bam,
Remember, she
bam,
was always
bam, bam.
banging. She had like a club. She was smashing the ground.
Yes. Okay, so we are going to move on to
What
numbers.
did she win?
Oh, you see, I'm already putting the chickens away in my mind. What number was that? Number 4. Let's see what you won. I like the surprise aspect of this. Oh, okay. So Kathy, what am I always asking? Has anyone seen my? There's 3 things. First thing, has anyone seen my glasses? Has anyone seen my John? Cell phone. Third thing is, has anyone seen my keys? So we have for you a wall hang. I don't know if you can see it there. We've put it up against my blondness. And you can see it. It's a wall hang for keys, coats, whatever.
No coats.
Well,
It's for
sweater.
small stuff. No,
Yeah.
it's keys. That is definitely a key rack.
Feel
No,
that.
I know, but the holes of the screws
Oh,
are
the
not
holes of the
sufficient to
screws.
hold
All
things.
right.
It's
But
for
it's a
something
cool
light.
thing.
It's very cool, but
And it's-
don't hang coats on it.
Can you hear that? So this is something that you can put wherever, because what I have learned about my keys and glasses and a phone is if I just put it in the same place all the time, I might have a fighting chance of finding it. So there you go. Kathy Gans, you are the wiener.
By the way, are we doing this interview? Paul,
No, we're doing that Saturday night.
Saturday.
We're going to move to numbers. All righty, all righty, all righty. I chose 2 numbers before the show. Okay. All right, here we go. I chose 2 numbers before the show. I'm holding one in my hand. And the great part about this is it's a very simple 2-digit number between 10 and 20. It's a 2-digit number between 10 and 20. What is the number I'm thinking?
10 and 25.
You want to make it harder?
Well, you've already said 10 and 20.
Between 10 and 20. Wait
Already
a
said-
minute.
you've already
Are
said
we
it.
all thinking of the same number?
I don't have this.
I don't have the
information.
same number. It's on Ryan's. It's this. Okay, hold on, guys. Everybody's guessing. So I'm going to go between, and people are guessing. So.
This one.
All right. It's all right. All right. It's between 20 and 30. There you go. 20 and 30. So let's see if anyone's gotten it yet. Just getting lucky. Yes, someone actually did get it. Let's see if you agree with this and got the same person that I did. Just, wow. I said between 10 and 20, and she guessed the number, and it was between 20 and 30. So, how about that? I've got it. Hold on. I have, my first one is Laura Knisny. And what are you guys getting? Debbie Strang. So we'll have two winners, Debbie Strang and
Well,
Laura
wait,
Knisny.
you don't have two of those. What are you giving away?
You don't know what I have.
Okay, all right. I'm just checking that
You
you have.
don't know what I have in this
There's
magic
truth.
bag,
There's
do you?
truth to that.
Okay. Is it number 5? Is that what we're looking at? Okay. I most certainly. Hey, wait a minute. We have an extra one too, because Bill got something else. All right. So this is donated by Barbara Hammond. It is one of my favorite products ever. It's called Candle Glow. I do not go a day without it. And I'll show you what it does. And I will donate the other one. So Barbara Hammond, thank you for donating Candle Glow. And I will donate the other because Laura Knisny and Debbie Strang. So again, it is such an awesome product. It takes like none at all there. And I'll
Catch
put
us.
I'll put it on my face because that's where you will put it, not on the back of your hand. So you take, I might even have too much on my finger, and that's just barely anything. So I love it because what it does is makes your skin glow. Last time I did it, I had a very shiny nose because I put this big
A blob.
blob on it, and nobody said, friends don't let friends walk around with a blob on their face. So as you can see, what it does is just makes your skin look alive. It is it is one of my, if not top 3 favorite things that we have. It's called Candle Glow, and you are the wieners, Debbie Strang and Laura Knisny. All right. Thank you, Barbara Hammond, for that. That is great. Number 6. Number 6. Okay, so now I've got to go to number 2. Now let me see if we all agree on this. Let me make sure. Yes, we are all in agreement on this. I'm thinking 2 numbers. Between 90 and 100. 2 digits. Between 90 and 100. What am I thinking? Go ahead and put it below. Go ahead and put it below. And we will see what it is. Interesting. You all are getting, we all have gotten to get so far, but that last one was different for me. Hey, Julie Gingrich, it's nice to see you. Hi, Barb, nice to see you. Hey, Tammy Anastasia, good to see you. I haven't seen the number yet. And, okay, I'm seeing it. Let's see if we're all in agree. Okay. Diane, we're waiting for you. There we go. Indeed, indeed. I can't wait. Who are we waiting on now? Diane? Okay. There we go. So the number... Let me see what it is. Oh, I know what it is. I can feel it. Jay Kevinley. Okay, so we have Jay Kevinley. I know Jay will not want this because I know Jay.
So what we're going to do
So we have to give Jay something.
What we're
that
going to do-
Yes. Congratulations, you're a wiener.
is
Jay.
give him one of these.
Okay.
I have another one.
You Okay. You have another one?
I do.
The exact same one?
Yep.
Jay Kevinley?
Turn it right side up. Other way. Half that way. There you go.
You and Bill Toscalis have these, and that's. Here's what I love about Jay. Jay he loves Hollywood. He loves actors, and he loves memorabilia, and he loves anything from our childhood. So I think Jay is going to love this. Jay,
Well, it beats like some piece of jewelry or something. He'd never
that's
wear.
right. Jay, are you out there still? It doesn't matter because he was here and he did play. So he
Well, he had to play to win.
Hey, I have to ask because you did. All right. Congratulations, Jay. Let me know if this is
If I
making
need
you
to,
happy.
I have to get that. I have more of those at the warehouse. I have like 4 or 5 of them at the
Oh,
warehouse.
that's good. Well, then
have 4
other
or 5 of
people
those
have
at the
a
warehouse.
chance at that. That's great. Jay Kevinley, this is super cool. Yay, Jay. You know I want to make you happy. That's the way it goes. I've met Jay several times at autograph signings and events, Broadway Cares. We still have the one that Bill would have won. Shall we do one more?
No, you're over the limit. Ryan, where's Ryan Clemens? Ryan, take control of this show. It's out of control, the giveaways.
I want to do one more. Just one. One more. Okay. So people are saying, are you saying yes? Okay. Very good. All right, let's do one more. What should it be? What? Huh? A number. But I'm the only one that would know it. So it's you and me, baby. Just you and me. Let me get a pen.
You and I
Thank you.
travel to the
All
beat
right.
of a different drum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can I tell by radio?
Okay, that's right. All right. Oh, I love that sound. I just love that. Ryan, I can only do so much, he said, about my compulsion to give things away. All right. Got it? All right. All right, I'm thinking of a number right now. It's 2 digits, and it's between 50 and 60. 2-digit number between 50 and 60. Here we go. We're having, the males are doing it tonight. The guys are really coming through. I've had 3 gentlemen win tonight. Between 50 and 60. Between 50 and 60. I got mine too. Let's see if we match. Kathy Winkler, you are the winner at 51. 51 wins and takes all. 51, Kathy Winkler. What have you won? Now, I'm doing the personal Zoom makeover with Kathy Winkler this weekend. I've done Barb Kevern. Kathy's next. I have one more.
How did she win that?
In an auction. And it was part of a cat bundle. And it's really fun because she has all her makeup in front of her. I have the same in front of me. I have a naked face. You have a naked face. And we just have a ball doing
Make
this.
it happen.
Make it happen. All right, Kathy, you have won the Game Changer stick. This is really awesome because you can wear it on your lips, you can wear it on your face, and you can also wear it on your eyes. Now, is this a brand new one, or is this the one I can touch? This, I can use this? Okay. So, for example, I'll put it on my lips, and it makes them really, you put it over any lipstick. I wouldn't wear this by itself, but if you put on a lipstick, what it does is it
Now, do you
makes
rub
it
it
frosty.
down or no?
Oh yeah, I put a lot on, so I probably should. The other thing is, like Candle Glow, you put it on your face, down the center of your nose. It's a highlighting stick, and it's just beautiful. But no matter what color lipstick you put on, be it red, brown, pink, this looks absolutely beautiful over it, and it also looks absolutely beautiful on your skin. All right, I want to congratulate all the wieners, and
Applause, applause. We like applause because it means when it is striking us,
John,
the audience is liking us.
I
Our
lo-
work demands
wanna give applause
you
to
don't
the
sit on
wieners.
your hands.
now I'm going to put on some lip gloss for the closing.
And if your hands
To all the
mend,
winners, here's your applause.
stupendous.
All right, there you go. How much fun I had tonight. And we'll be back Saturday night. All right? I have a solo show between now and Saturday, but we will be together on Saturday night with you, and we're going to have a really good time. Here we go. There's no place like home. Okay, you guys, we're going to leave this on for a few minutes, which we can do because we're in the theater. We have a picture of Debbie here. We can also look at the turkey. We can go to the baby cam and see the turkey, too.
I could give you a little Debbie slideshow of stills.
Oh, you can do that.
Let me see if I
Everybody
can
say
pull that
good
off
night
there.
to each other. And we're going to turn our sound off now. God bless you. Can't wait to see you, and I'll see you before Saturday. Good night, everybody.
Put that.